whenever we have a peace process ongoing that looks like it's going to get someplace, the anti-Americanism decreases. But whenever there's a stalemate, such as there's been over the past a couple of years, then things get very, very unsettled. And the president, by putting us foursquare in favor of the pre-1967 boundaries with swaps for various areas, some areas are very heavily populated by Jewish settlements at the moment, that is a big step forward, because that brings us closer to the Arab peace plan, which is based on the same concept. Return to the 1967 borders, mutual recognition by all parties. That would bring a solution to the problem. I think President Netanyahu will not be happy with that. I think AIPAC, the president has to address them next week, will not be happy with that. But I think certainly in terms of the United States and our policy overseas, it's a welcome development. I think it's one which all of us that want to see peace in that region should strongly support.
And you think it could be successful?
We've gone over 60 years. There hasn't been, but there's always room for optimism. I'm a former diplomat, and diplomats have to be, glass always half full, not half empty.
And looking at the Arab Spring, this whole movement that you're seeing across the Middle East right now, how do you think that's going to maybe impact Israeli influence, if you will, in the region?
Well, I think Israel has lost a number of opportunities in the past to come to a peaceful settlement with its neighbors. It had a peace treaty with Egypt, had a peace treaty with Jordan. Unfortunately, they've both been cold peace with both those parties, in part because the Arabs haven't played well with Israel, but Israel hasn't also reciprocated. And I think that the danger now is, now the Palestinians are once more unified. You have Hamas, which is not, as in the past, taken a view that Israel must be destroyed, uniting with the rest of the PLO, which believes that there should be a two-state solution. I think now is an opportunity for Israel to reassess its position and use the support from the United States to move ahead and resolve this problem. The difficulty in September will be a move taken in the United Nations to fully endorse Palestine as an independent state within the 67 boundaries. That is something which is not in Israel's best interest. They will have much less maneuverability room if that happens. So I think it's certainly in their interest to try to reassess their position. It'll be very difficult for them to do so, though. By Gaddafi's sons and by his son-in-law, they're the only army. They're very well armed, a lot of ammunition. Some are mercenaries, some are Libyans from the southern part of the country. But if these start to erode their confidence, they'll all bolt. And I think with his wife now in Tunisia, with one of his sons in Tunisia, with the oil minister having defected, his government is on the ropes. And one hopes that that will lead to his removal internally without having to be removed by someone else, but better have him removed by his own people, and then to bring forth a new Syria, a new Libya, which can have a democratic process and over time become a once more responsible member of the international community. Libya produces 1.6 million barrels a day. You visit Benghazi, the second largest city, the newest building is 15 years old. Nothing is it. The teachers are paid the same salary they were paid back in 1975. And I mean, class has gone from 30 kids to 60 kids. The curriculum has been changed. It's complete. They have every smart Libyan has left the country. So they have to come back and rebuild their society. But I must say, if you want to be a pro-American Middle East, go to Benghazi. I mean, we're very popular there. If you'd avoid the snipers who try to take pot shots at you. But aside from that, it's an interesting situation.